What's up, everyone? Mark Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Man, you know what? We have this conversation all the time, and they've actually done studies on it. They asked Olympic athletes, would you take 10 years off of your life for a medal? Not even a gold medal, not even a silver medal, but a medal, including a bronze medal. An overwhelming percentage, almost all respondents, said that they would take 10 years off of their lives to Olympic medal, to get a medal in the Olympics. 10 years off your life. That means if you were going to live to 70, you die at 60. If you were to live to 50, you die at 40. But you're always known as an Olympic medalist, as one of the greatest of all time. I can say, if you have an Olympic medal, you're one of the greatest of all times, period. So let's talk about Ronnie Coleman. Now, I toured with Ronnie Coleman in 2014 to 2016, when across the Northeast spent weeks together. What a great man. Ronnie Coleman, a hardworking man. This is before his back deteriorated as bad as it has. Ronnie Coleman broke his back in the early 2000s and went on to win 8 Mr. Olympias, regarded as the greatest bodybuilder of all time, the GOAT. Nobody touches Ronnie Coleman. Had it not been for how hard he worked, had it not been for how heavy he lifted, Ronnie would have never been as great as he was, period. Oh, it's all genetics. Have you ever seen his training videos? So my question to you, and you guys, I'll tell you what, you guys are the smartest people out there. If you want to know what's going on, if you want to know what people's thinking, this is why I pay so much attention to the comments section. I look at the comments, you take the trolls out of it. This is what people are thinking. So I want to ask you guys in the comments, I want to ask you guys right now live in the chat, would you trade places with Ronnie Coleman in his 50s, barely able to walk, in 10 out of 10 pain? Would you trade places with Ronnie Coleman to be the greatest of all time? Let's watch this video, and I'll let you know what I would do, because I've given this a lot of thought. I train athletes. I coach youth athletes. And a lot of these guys, they're looking to be the greatest. They want to be the greatest. They want to go to the NFL, but at what cost? They're playing football. They might get CTE. They might get concussions. They might have you seen the videos of some of these injuries lately? Did you see the injury for the Detroit Lions defensive lineman the other week? His leg literally like Anderson Silva, pop, broke in half. Would you do that to be the greatest of all time, to be known as the GOAT? Or would you rather live a safe, healthy, successful life, but just be normal? Well, let's watch this video. This video, crazy. This video hits hard. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for the music, but hey. So this is posted by Mark Smelly Bell, and it was originally posted by Flex Offenders List.
Scale of 1 to 10.
9, 10.
He said his pain level is a 9 or 10 out of 10. This is a man who broke his back. For him to say his pain is at a 10? So 10 pain. Most of us wouldn't be able to move. We would be in bed, just wincing in pain.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. When I do appearances, my pain level.
So imagine when you see Ronnie Coleman at an expo, he is in 10 out of 10 pain. Think about 10 out of 10. That's like being burned alive. That's like being shot. The gunshot piercing your skin through your organs, and you're alive and you feel the pain. Imagine standing at the Arnold in that much pain. Ronnie's a G.
We'll go up to like a 12.
A 12, 13 out of 10. Now, Ronnie, you might say, well, he's not good at math. No, Ronnie literally graduated magna cum laude with a degree in accounting. This man knows math. He might not know a lot else. The man knows math. He literally graduated magna cum laude with a degree in math. The guy knows numbers. He's not exaggerating.
15. Something was unbearable.
You can see in his face. He's not joking. He literally is saying he's feeling a 12 out of 10 pain.
Something was unbearable. If I'm in a whole lot of pain, I'll just sit and just do the appearance.
So imagine you're at an expo. People are coming up. They're meeting you for the first time. You want to leave a great impression on them. And you can barely stand. You're in so much pain, but you don't want to let them down. So he sits down, hiding the pain, probably popping pain pills like they're candy. Like when you have a sore throat and you just take lozenges, that's him with pain pills, I'm sure. How else is he going to sustain?
Yes. And have people take pictures. But for the most
Look at his eyes. Look at how honest Ronnie's being right now. This is honesty.
part, I always try to stand up. I've been in pain for so long now, I'm just used to it.
So your body has this threshold of pain where if you're always in pain, that becomes your norm. So for him, functioning at 10 out of 10 is like us just getting up in the morning with a little ache and pain, with a little soreness in our knees, maybe. Think about it. Think about it. But he's still, for the fans, he gets there and he stands up as much as he can. So this is a scene in this video that hit hard. Because again, I knew Ronnie in his prime. I knew him when he first started and I was at Weeder. I remember training with Ronnie. There's videos of me on YouTube training with Ronnie. Now you look at him in that video. Look at him. Just look. He can't walk on his own barely. But look at him, limping into Metrofly. There it is. By the way, guys, this video of him squatting all that weight, was after he broke his back. Oh my God. Guys, this is going to end up being a tribute to Ronnie. I know people be like, well, steroids. Guys, take the drugs out of the picture. The first part of his career, he was natural. That muscle was built from training hard. Period. It was done by outworking everybody. Sure, he had great genetics. When he reached his peak, sure, there were drugs involved. But anybody who says that anyone can do it, have you ever actually trained with a pro athlete? Have you ever seen what football players go through at the combine when they're getting ready for the combine? I have. My mentorship was getting NFL players ready for the combine. I was at Exos. I'll never forget this. I'm there with my business partner from Ambrosia, Sean Torbati. And these guys, they're there all day. They literally take 8 weeks before the combine. And they say, Exos, do what you need me to do. Exos preps their meals. They do everything. They get a hotel room right by the facility. They're there in the morning. They're there in the afternoon. They're there at night. They're doing conditioning. They're doing form. They're doing strength training all day long just to get ready for the NFL Combine. Have you seen that interview with Kittle, with George Kittle from the 49ers? After a game, it feels like he was in a bad car accident. And it's like being in a car accident week after week after week. We look at these great athletes and we think there's some weird component that they could just coast through life. But that might be true getting into college, maybe even playing college ball, but once you get to that pro level. So getting to IFBB, a lot of people, dude, I'm training alongside Felix Norman, who turned pro, actually placed top 5 at Chicago, I think, this year. This man, the amount of pain and agony he went through to get to his pro card. Guys, I hate to be cliche, but it's not a fucking game. To be great, you need to sacrifice. So the question I ask all of you, would you trade places with Ronnie Coleman? Remember Muhammad Ali at the end of his life? Shaking. Lost all control of his body. But Ali, at one point, he was the greatest. And he might still be. Depends who you talk to, depends who you ask. Would you trade places with Muhammad Ali to go down as Muhammad Ali? So there's a question people ask when they want to be great, even in business. Do you realize one of the lowest rates of marriage success is among CEOs? And the reason is, to be a successful CEO, your personal life is going to fail. Luckily, I'm not a statistic. Luckily, I have a wife who's amazing. But there's no reason why I should be here right now living the life I'm living. Dude, I traveled 300 days a year for most of my career. But I knew that's what it took to get to the level I wanted to be at. Ronnie Coleman wanted to be the greatest of all time, where he's gone down on record as saying his only regret is that he could have got more reps with 800 pounds 3 weeks out from the Olympia. His regret isn't injuring his back. His regret isn't training through it. His regret isn't not being able to walk at 50 years old. His regret is not working harder. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, all these guys, the sacrifice they make to be great. This carries over into life. Guys, I'm going to shit on them right now. You see all these people on Instagram, all these people saying, oh, it's easy to be a millionaire. It's easy to make money. You just need passive income. Where are you going to get this passive income? You have to earn it first. Passive income requires active income, period. You need income. You can't start with passive income. Where are you going to get that $100,000 to invest? There's a couple anomalies, a couple outliers. Maybe someone who invested 10 grand in Bitcoin when it first started. Okay. But for the rest of us, people who don't get lucky with good guesses, what do? Simple. You outwork. So life is funny like that. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Luck comes to those who work. If you put in the work, your chances of success, your opportunities for success incrementally increase. So, by leaving nothing on the table, by training as hard as possible, by putting in as many office hours as possible, by working as hard as possible, by learning as much as possible, by investing as wisely as possible, you set yourself up for future gains, not just in winning a bodybuilding show. Nobody gives a shit about that. You're not Ronnie Coleman. But what you could do is take Ronnie's mindset on bodybuilding and apply it to your life. Study harder, work harder. When I first started my career at Weider, I got there the first day. 19 years old. I was 19 years old. I got there and I noticed the first person showed up at 7 a.m. at work. And I noticed that the last person left at 7:30 p.m. He didn't get there till 11 a.m., but he stayed till 7:30. So I made sure every day I'd get to work at 6:45 and I'd leave right after the guy who left at 7:30. Whether it was 7:40, I'd leave a little bit of time. No, I'll close up, bro. I got this. I'm just going to finish up some work. Guess what? I was just starting there. I didn't have that much work to do. So you know what I did? I created work. I created more opportunities. That's how I turned a $30,000 territory into a $3 million territory in 6 months. I outworked everyone. If you want to be successful in life, you need to have the mindset that you will not be outworked, that you will not be outsmarted, that you will not be outdone. There's no looking at someone and saying, man, I hate them because they're successful. The reason they're successful, and this is not an absolute, but I'm pretty sure most of the time, the reason they're successful is because they worked harder than you. Sometimes luck plays a role. Sometimes who you know plays a role. Sometimes connections, but I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any ends. I didn't have any generational wealth. That shit helps. And hopefully my kids can use that to leapfrog and skip some of the steps I did. I just knew that I didn't want to be broke. And I just knew that I wanted to make it in this world. And that's Ronnie Coleman. Throughout Ronnie Coleman's life, he had a belief in Jesus Christ and in himself. And through that belief, he became the greatest of all time. So take away all that stuff about Ronnie Coleman being injured. Take about all that stuff about Ronnie Coleman not being able to walk. What made Ronnie Coleman the greatest of all time is the belief in himself and the belief in something greater, the belief in Jesus Christ. Look, man, I'm not religious either, but think about it. Ronnie Coleman believed so greatly that he was put on this earth by the good Lord to be the greatest of all time, that nothing got in his way of becoming the greatest of all time. I'm not telling you to go out and injure your back. I'm not telling you to train beyond what you should do. But if you're doing as much as you can and you're still not succeeding in life, you can do more. You can do more. You can be better. Even if you're a millionaire right now, you can do better. It doesn't have to be more money. Maybe you could be a better dad. Maybe you could be a better person. Maybe you could do more community service projects. Maybe you could be a better citizen. At the end of the day, you control what you can control. What you can control is your decisions, your choices, and your work. Work harder, work smarter, get the bag. Ronnie Coleman will go down as the greatest of all time, and it's not because of some weird extra muscle that he has. It's because he simply outworked everyone. And I'll argue that there were those on stage with as good or better genetics than him. One would be Kevin Levrone. And no one here is going to argue that Ronnie didn't outwork Kevin. With that being said, I'll get to the chat right now. I got a second segment that I am dying to tell you guys about. But first, I'm going to play this ad because we need your support. Halloween week, and you're not going out to get candy. You're going out to get some gains. And we got gains for you at tigerfitness.com. Simply go to tigerfitness.com now and use coupon code TRICK, 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 to save 10% off site-wide, including MTS Nutrition, Creapure Creatine, the best creatine you can buy, the one that studies are on, the one that's from Germany, not that cheap Chinese stuff. Anyway, go to tigerfitness.com, use coupon code TRICK, and save now. So I got a second segment for you. I'm going to bring this up right now, guys. So you ever hear people say that alcohol can be healthy, that alcohol has benefits? Well, look, I'm going to actually share this study with you and we can talk about it. I'm going to read you the abstract. I'm not going to read you the big one. Let's keep this simple. Put it in perspective. How the hell did that happen? There we go. Check it out. So, this study is titled, Why Do Some Cohort Studies Find Health Benefits from Low Volume Alcohol Use? A systematic review and meta-analysis of study characteristics that may bias mortality risk estimates. Objectives: assumption about alcohol's benefits profoundly influence global disease burden estimates and drinking guidelines. Using theory and evidence, we identify and test study characteristics that may bias estimates of all-cause mortality risk associated with low-volume drinking. They identified 107 longitudinal studies by systematic review with 724 estimates the association between alcohol consumption and all-cause mortality. For 4,838,825 participants with 425,564 recorded deaths, higher quality studies had a mean cohort age of 55 years or younger, followed up beyond 55 years, and excluded former and occasional drinkers from abstainer reference groups. Low volume alcohol use was defined as between 1 drink per week and 2 drinks per day. Mixed linear regression was used to model relative risks, RRs, of mortality for subgroups of higher versus lower quality studies. Results. As predicted, studies with younger cohorts and separating former and occasional drinkers from abstainers estimated similar mortality risks for low-volume drinkers as abstainers. Studies not meeting these quality criteria estimated significantly low risk for low-volume drinkers. in exploratory analyses, studies controlling for smoking and or socioeconomic status had significantly reduced mortality risk for low volume drinkers. However, mean RR estimates for low volume drinkers in non-smoking cohorts were above 1.0. I'm going to explain what this is about. Their conclusions were studies with lifetime selection biases might create misleading positive health associations. These biases pervade the field of alcohol epidemiology and confuse communications about health risks. Future research should investigate whether smoking status mediates, moderates, or confounds alcohol mortality risk relationships. Bottom line, people who smoked, okay, that was another risk involved that completely corrupted this data. So I'm going to surmise as simple as possible my thoughts on this. My thoughts. No alcohol is good. There is no benefit to drinking alcohol. None. Having just one drink a week has deleterious effects on your health and your brain. Yes, your brain. It makes you stupid, and it's just overall not good. However, did you like the however, if you drink 1 to 3 drinks a week, I think you'll be okay. So what I'm saying is, stop with the mental gymnastics of trying to say that alcohol can be healthy. Alcohol is not healthy. However, if you like to partake in adult drinks a couple times a week, you're probably not going to do anything that bad. So if you like drinking, just don't drink that much. It probably won't do anything bad to you. However, to state that it does nothing negative or that it might even be healthy is stupid. Alcohol is bad. However, a lot of things are bad. Ultra-processed foods are bad. But I like cookies. So I'm going to eat cookies. I like Oreos. I love them. Eating a couple Oreos a week isn't going to kill me. However, is it as bad as alcohol? No. But having a couple drinks a week, it's probably not going to do anything that bad. But to state that alcohol is healthy, even in moderate dosages, isn't correct. Alcohol is always bad. Any dose of alcohol is bad. However, if you enjoy alcohol, enjoy it. Don't worry. It's probably not going to kill you, but still not good for you. Hopefully that answers your questions. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Bottom line is, if you like drinking, drink. Just keep it in moderation and realize you're not doing anything good for you. But if you like it, good, whatever. Chat. My guy listening at work, Nicholas, is always jacked. Thank you for joining us, Nicholas. CAB, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'm staying home. Talk about the pain level Ronnie hit. By the way, I forgot to read chats earlier. My apologies. From Nicholas, no chance, too much of a sacrifice. Though I accept it's hard to say with true conviction, having not experienced the elation he's experienced throughout his career. I'm glad he did it. I will speak as a fan, saying that there was nothing better than watching Ronnie step out in, I believe it was 2002. 290 pounds, shredded glutes. I will never forget that. That was amazing. From AJ Sims, only way, Mark, your work ethic is always shine with your family first and business after and your physique. God bless. God bless you, AJ. Nicholas, I've seen Ronnie up close many times at expos in the UK, and it's clear to see he's uncomfortable, yet he speaks to fans with a smile on his face and his heart on his sleeve. God bless Ronnie Coleman, man. Amen to you. How do you pronounce your name? Bonjeni Dlovu, right? Is it Bonjeni? That's an awesome name. Alcohol is poison. You are correct. However, some people really like poison, so enjoy it. YOLO. CAB, I drink if they added protein. Well, you can always do that. Just have your alcohol, drink a protein shake with it, right? No way. Ha. Or use THC instead and even train while using it. THC has some really negative effects, including the increased occurrence of schizophrenia and other mental issues. Look into that. I'm not against THC. I'm not against marijuana. I'm not against any drug, but just realize there are risks with any drug. Yeah, I know, including steroids. Okay. A THC pre-workout would be cool. Sure, whatever. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you too. What weight does Thomas wrestle at? He wrestles at 113, but he's been wrestling at 120 in the off season and doing very well at 120. But kids naturally lean. Him getting to 113 is not a problem. Anyway, guys, that does this for today. Thank you for watching. Daily Fit is happening. It's cracking. It's growing. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, support us. Go to tigerfitness.com. Coupon code TRICK. Coupon code TRICK gets you 10% off the entire site. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. God bless everyone. God bless America. And if you vote the way I vote, please go out and vote on November 5th or before in early voting. If you don't vote the way I vote, don't go. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your day. God bless. Love y'all. It's Halloween week, and you're not going out to get candy. You're going out to get some gains. And we got gains for you at tigerfitness.com. Simply go to tigerfitness.com now and use coupon code TRICK, 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 to save 10% off site-wide, including MTS Nutrition, Creapure Creatine, the best creatine you can buy, the one that studies are on, the one that's from Germany, not that cheap Chinese stuff. Anyway, go to tigerfitness.com, use coupon code TRICK, and save now.